Water.
Earth.
Fire.
Air.
The false Avatar Yun and his destructive campaign of revenge is at an end, brought down by the true Avatar Kyoshi. But the delay in locating and training her, as well as the disastrous actions of Earth Sage Jianzhu, have left the Earth Kingdom weak and vulnerable. Bandit groups known as Dao Fei vie for power and territory, and even the citizens behind the walls of Ba Sing Se are not safe. Remnants of the Fifth Nation, a southern water tribe pirate group, and the Yellownecks, a particularly brutal outlaw organisation, still linger in the shadows, waiting for the opportunity to strike. With the Earth Kingdom in disarray and Kyoshi needing competent allies to help restore balance, who will answer the call?
G'day, I'm Brandon. I'm playing Keeko Moo, Waterbender from the Southern Water Tribe, and I'm just looking for a good time.
Hello, my name's Andrew. I'm playing Jedd, the disgraced Airbender.
Hello, my name is Archie. I play Ted, the Airbender. I'm travelling with my brother Jedd to assist Kyoshi in her fight.
Hi, I'm Bree, and I'm playing Lilly Hannah from the Earth Kingdom, and she is a small child who gets in trouble.
Hi, I'm Dragon. I'm playing the character Tilla, who is a Sandbender from the Earth Nation.
And I'm Owen, the Dungeon Master of our Avatar Legends campaign, The Legacy of Kyoshi, which starts right now. Hello there, lovely listener. This is just a warning to let you know that this episode of The Legacy of Kyoshi may contain adult language or adult themes. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello! Hello. We're not doing it again. That's our introduction. Welcome, everybody, back to the Lost Archives. It is wonderful to have you here watching our Legacy of Kyoshi campaign. We are very excited to have you here. So excited we cannot all coordinate just to say 2 words at the very beginning. And that's how you know it's going to be a good session. That's how we know.
Hello is 2 words.
If you say it twice, it is. Yeah, technically. So welcome back, everybody. It is wonderful to see all of your gorgeous faces once again. We're going to be jumping into the session very, very shortly. There is only one quick announcement we need to make. Actually, technically 2, because we had a quick announcement before we went live, but I think it's a good enough announcement that we should share it really, really quickly. Dragon, massive congratulations for finishing uni. Please enjoy a very well-earned inspiration. That is epic work. Very, very well done. Tiny silent claps from all. Really, really. No, Andrew's refusing. I want that on record. Andrew refused to give you a tiny clap. That is harsh. The other announcement I have to share is slightly less fun. So not next Thursday, but the Thursday after, Thursday the 25th, we won't have a session. Unfortunately, I won't have access to my computer. I won't be, yep. Give me all the thumbs down you want. I'm very, very sorry. Unfortunately, I'm away for a conference. I'm not going to be able to run the session. I think that might be the night I'm running some. The conference has got me doing all sorts of crazy shit. Unfortunately, also at the same time as we would normally run Avatar. So we won't be able to have our session on Thursday night. So very, very big apologies for that. So that's the 25th. So not next week, but the week after. To make up for that, Shroopy's volunteering to run it. I'm almost tempted
We all get
to
6
see
level ups.
yeah, okay. Nah, never mind. I was going to say, what was I going to say? That was an epic derail to knock me out of my,
to make up for that,
my thought process. Thank you very much. To make up for that, I have started recording a whole bunch of playthroughs of The Wandering Village again. There's been a whole bunch of new updates to that game. It is incredible now. I'm currently managing the parasites that have started to grow on my poor Onbu that I'm building my village on to try and keep myself alive. The updates are incredible. If you don't know what The Wandering Village is, that would have been a very confusing statement. But it's a cozy city builder game that's a bit Studio Ghibli-esque, very Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind. I thoroughly recommend it. So there'll be new episodes coming out of that. I've started a whole new playthrough because the new updates have been really, really pronounced. So they'll be dropping on YouTube while we're away. So when we would normally have the Avatar sessions drop, I'll have that drop instead. And in between as well, so you've got some stuff to watch. I don't think there's any other announcements I have to share. So let's do our recap and jump straight in, unless there was anything else I've missed. No, everyone's looking blank. Yep. Can I have another woo?
That's rude.
Woo! I wanted Archie's woo. It's way more exciting than yours, Andrew. Just like Ted's airbending is. Anyway, let's.
I didn't even say woo.
You went woo. Oh, did you say who? I thought you said woo. Let us do our recap. Let us jump into the session without any further ado. It's been 3 years since the false avatar Yun has been struck down, and the world now knows the name of the true avatar, Kyoshi. With the Earth Kingdom weak and vulnerable, Kyoshi and her partner Rangi have moved out to the Akoya Peninsula, sending out a message to each of the 4 nations. Come and help the avatar build a better future. Answering the call are brothers Ted and Jedd of the Air Nation, Keeko of the Southern Water Tribe, Lilly from Ba Sing Se, and Tilla from the Siwong Oasis, a newer member the team met on their first mission. Having successfully dealt with a bandit group, who appeared to be a remnant of the Yellownecks, the team are now ready for their next assignment. This time, their journey will take them to the waters around the Southern Water Tribe in search of some missing ships and the cargo they contain. Heading down to the docks to prepare for their journey, the team was surprised to find a trio of waterbenders dealing with the dockmaster. Mistaking the leader for his aunt Maya, Keeko approached and introduced himself, learning that these waterbenders were also on the lookout for any surviving members of the Fifth Nation to bring back to the Southern Water Tribe for justice. This proved a real problem for Keeko, an ex-member of the Fifth Nation and currently not disguising himself. Luckily, Lilly and Jedd stepped in, ingratiating themselves with the waterbenders, Yara, Koz, and Kyo, in an attempt to try and steal any evidence of Keeko's crimes. After a little bit of a rocky start, Lilly and Jedd were able to convince the waterbenders to take her and her companion to the Southern Water Tribe, and luckily, they located and stole the wanted poster for Keeko. Climbing aboard the raft, the team set off with the 3 waterbenders. With the journey running through the night and into the following day, the team prepared for sleep at sea. With Jedd and Ted taking it in turns to help keep the boat steady, the force of Ko's waterbending causing the ship to skip over waves, they found it was a rather restless night for the most part. With dawn just starting to break, the team found themselves approaching the iceberg-filled waters surrounding Wolf Cove. While navigating through the ice sheets, the team wondered if they might find signs of the missing shipments amongst the ice floes. Taking to the air, the brothers Dim began a sweep search of the ice, locating a shattered plank of wood covered in glass shards. Bringing the evidence back aboard the boat, Lilly unsuccessfully tried to extract some of the glass to make a dagger, while Jedd and Keeko discussed the find with their 3 new companions. With no further obvious signs in the water, the team continued on to the Southern Water Tribe, soon finding themselves navigating the waters underneath the ice shelf edge, the sheer cliff face rising high into the air. Suddenly, a section of cliff face broke free, causing an enormous wave to shoot towards the boat. In an effort to try and prevent the boat capsizing, Keeko sprung to his feet and began pushing against the water, unfortunately fighting against the pulling that Keeko was trying to do. This sent Keeko and Lilly into the frigid waters, fighting to swim with the icy cold working against their muscles. Pulled back into the boat and snuggled warm by Koz, Jedd spotted something resembling canvas revealed by the falling ice. Flying up to the cliff edge with Keeko following close behind using her waterbending, Jedd discovered a mummified airbender sitting inside the canvas tent. Clutched in the fingers of the dead monk was a scroll marked with a strange spiraling symbol resembling the iconography of the Air Nation. Taking the scroll and the monk's rosary, Jedd and Keeko returned to the boat. We left off last session as the team arrived in Wolf Cove, Keeko equal parts excited and apprehensive to be home. I'm not blind. Just unwilling to interrupt the spiel. I didn't realize you 2 were close enough in proximity to be able to do that. Do I need to reverse your cameras?
No, I'll
You're
probably
normally
take my...
in different states. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I was just like, okay, well, they must have done some big swap each other's like backgrounds. That's crazy. They're like, no, it's got that artifact over Archie.
I was
How are
just
they
thinking
doing
that
this?
like Dragon's 5 o'clock shadow is getting amazing. Like, no, I saw some movement out of the corner of my eye, and I thought I'll deal with this in a moment.
Yeah, that's smart.
So for podcast listeners, I'm guessing Archie and Dragon, you're in the same abode.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm currently in
So who's Tilla?
Me?
Yes.
I guess you need to play
Is
each
this-
other's
is this just gonna
characters.
be the Ember Island play like all over again?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Brandon,
that-
let's swap. Let's go.
Yeah. See you in a second, man.
Do we?
Wait, can I start with Owen?
I mean, I can move our cameras, but it's not quite the same. We have got a valid question. Does this count as an Archie and Dragon
Yes.
derailing? Yes, of course it does. 100% it
it
does. Yeah. Of course it does. Of course it counts as an Archie Dragon derailing. If you guessed either Archie or Dragon, you win. That is the correct answer.
Spend all your points now, Dragon.
It's too late.
It was that group open.
Oh my god. Are you guys going to
I
swap
just
back,
put
or
it
do
in
I
my
need
basket.
to do something about the
Yeah, I'll
the
swap
overlay?
back.
No,
Okay.
we'll swap back.
I'll swap back.
I like that there
Okay.
was 6k points on it being my mum who derailed the session.
To
Yeah,
be
of course
fair
it
though,
was.
the last two sessions have been, so I don't
Yeah.
think that's a ridiculous thing to say.
No one voted for Dragon, so I'm going to give it to everyone who voted for Archie.
Fair. That's very fair.
I was gonna vote for your mum, but I'm like, no, I know who would really derail this.
Yeah.
Me?
I can't vote because otherwise I can't resolve it.
I don't think any of you should be allowed to vote because it's very easy for Brand to be like, I think I'm going to derail it. Hey, do you know what the best thing about corruption is? Oh my god.
I'm in my Marxist era now. Anyway, so
I'm hesitant.
Wow.
Hesitant
fair.
to.
Don't. Just don't. Just
I
don't.
think we'll carry on. I'm going to hand back over to all of you. We left off last session as you were following Ko up the dock, having arrived in Wolf Cove. For those of you who weren't with us last session, I'll do a quick recap of the visuals that you see as you head into Wolf Cove. And Ted, for your benefit, while Jedd popped up onto the ice shelf and located the old Airbender tent, I don't think he sort of invited you up very much. And at that point, I think you were kind of more focused on making sure that Keeko and Lilly weren't dying of cold and exposure. So when we came back, when Jedd came back down to the boat again, he was holding the scroll that he had taken from the monk's hands, as well as the rosary around his neck as well. You had realized, though, that opening this is going to be a bit tricky because it has partially frozen. The humidity inside the tent having soaked into the paper, freezing it. A very, very icy cold. This is going to have to melt a bit before you can open it up. I believe we left off the veranda last session, though, with Jedd and Ted. You were both going to follow Kyu towards... No? Andrew, are you regretting your decision to invite your
yes,
brother?
this is correct. This is correct.
Yeah.
I said I'll come.
Yeah.
That's just disappointing. Yeah.
Yeah, so Ted and Jedd are actually currently going to be accompanying Kyu to the chief of the Southern Water Tribe, Lilly, Tilla, and Keeko. You had the option of either going with them or sticking with Ko and seeing where Ko lives, because he offered you, if you needed a place to stay, his mum runs a tavern. And that's where we left off last
I'm gonna
session.
go.
So I'm going with Ko because I had to help him so much to get to the invitation. So it would be rude if I just turned around and didn't go with him.
Yeah, that's a good point. Perfect. Tilla and Keeko. Did you want to stick with Ko, or did you want to go with the others?
I'm gonna stick with Ko. I don't feel like being around you too much.
So
I'm
we're
gonna hang
trusting the
with my
brothers Dim to correctly
wait, no.
impart the information to the leader of to the chief of the
Tilla
Southern
already
Water
said-
Tribe about
Tilla already
the,
said she was going.
yeah.
Shut up.
But
Would you like to go with them, Tilla, or would you like to stick with Keeko and Lilly?
I'm going with the brothers. I'm sorry.
Your Honor, she already said she's going to the inn.
We
Yeah.
all watched Tilla start walking towards Ko, stop for a second, look at them, and then go and follow them instead.
Yep.
Perfect. In that case, we'll stick with Ted, Jedd, and Tilla for the time being. We'll jump back in with Keeko and Lilly in a moment. As the three of you begin following Kyu, currently, I believe, Jedd, you're holding the plank of wood with the glass shards embedded into it. That would make sense if you were holding it. Otherwise, it could also be with Tilla, I guess. Either one of you would make sense, because you were the last two who were kind of looking over it before we left off. As you begin following Kyu through the streets of the Southern Water Tribe of Wolf Cove, none of you have ever been to the Southern Water Tribe before. In fact, you probably haven't been to the Northern Water Tribe either. All the buildings here, everything is made of snow and ice. It has been compacted in to form structures that are 2 or 3 stories high. The snow has been very carefully compacted and locked in. You can see windows, doorways, no shutters or anything like that. It's all furs and hides hung up to cover doorways and cover windows. But for a city made entirely of ice and snow, it's so impressive. As you begin wandering through the streets, despite the damage to the outer sections, despite the fallen wall over towards the east, the inner city of Wolf Cove is beautiful.
Canals run through the very center. You can see ice bridges, like basically crossing over the canals. Imagine almost a little bit like Venice, with these canals of frigid, freezing Arctic water carved through the ice, forming these perfect waterways and guidelines for people to be traveling. And the waterways are full of people on boats moving about. You see a number of waterbenders, some of whom are skating along the surface of the water, moving rapidly to get between certain locations. Others punting along using the rafts and a long pole to navigate the streets, having to duck down underneath bridges and move along. The city is slightly tiered though. You can see that the three major large streets that sort of lead up from the dock move to a gate towards the north, a gate towards the south. You can't go north, that's the ocean. A gate towards the south, a gate towards the east, and a gate towards the west, with the palace rising high above the northern gate. But it does strike you immediately, especially Ted and Jedd. You are used to seeing the temples of the air nomads. Beautiful structures, carefully carved and maintained by the monks that live there. This palace, it's partly melted. You can see the back half is caved in and has not yet been correctly fixed. You can see that two of the upper stories have almost collapsed in on themselves. In fact, looking in from the outside, it looks a lot like there's only, out of this 4-story tiered structure, only 1, maybe 2 floors that are currently usable, the top 2 floors having partly caved in. And it's deserted. Tilla, you'd be expecting there to be guards of some sort around a place of a leader, around a leader's home or a leader's palace, but there's nothing. It seems like there's this hive, this buzz of activity throughout the whole city, but then around the palace, it's quiet. Empty. As Kia leads you up the first set of stairs and inside the main archway that takes you inside the palace, you can see inside a large wooden chair made of driftwood. These bleached, bone-white chunks of wood forming this elaborate throne covered in furs, and high above you can see the skeleton of a whale dangling from the surface of the icy ceiling. Wondering if I should quickly make a horrifying creature out of the whale. I was going to say like an Arctic whale, but maybe it'd be much better if it was like what could we do?
Do
What's
it,
a
you
really
wouldn't.
good- Like an anglerfish whale. There we go. As you look up, you can see the enormous elongated body of the whale, the enormous spiked jaws of the lower jaw, and then this protrusion along the head hanging down. A glass globe filled with this phosphorescent liquid, having replaced it to illuminate the inside of the hall. There we go, that's way better. Yes, Lily.
Is it time to make a wish?
You used an anglerfish in your last terrifying creature. Can you be a bit more creative, please?
Whoa. Okay. There's gonna be punishment for that. We're gonna. Don't worry.
You made a dogfish that was an anglerfish and like a pug or something for your
I
last
did.
creature.
That's very true. All right, in that
Literally
case,
last
then,
session.
Wait,
That's
is it a deep sea creature or does it still need to breathe? So like the pressure destroys it when it comes back up.
no one knows. Maybe that's how they got the skeleton. All right, in
So
that case, then I'll
only gets one dive.
take advice from chat. We're gonna go to Moray Whale. Sorry, Bree's mum, she is Ron. You've misspelt wrong, and I'm going to enjoy it. She is Ron. That's her new name. I'm going to update the overlay so it has her name as Ron, and then she will always be Ron. There's nothing you can do about it. We'll go moray whale. That's even more horrifying. The enormous, like, double jaws of a moray eel. Because I don't know if you know this, but moray eels have a second set of jaws inside their mouth that when they open their larger jaws, these tiny little jaws come out and grab things and pull them in. Yeah. They've got like alien jaws. That's what inspired Ridley Scott's Alien. So it's now an enormous, like massive, muscular moray eel, essentially, with the huge bulk of a whale, the skeleton suspended from above, the second set of jaws open wide, reaching out to grab at something. Sitting on the throne, you can see a much older looking man, probably in his late 60s, maybe early 70s. Long, almost, matching the throne really nicely, long white hair tied back into several braids around his upper shoulders. Very carefully, neatly cropped beard, studded with these ringlets that have sapphires embedded in them. On either side of him, you can see two guards, one male, one female, both looking very, very similar. Jedd, Ted, and Tilla, to your eyes, probably siblings, just based on their appearance and their similar look. Both of whom are standing on either side. A large pitcher of water on either side of the throne, probably for waterbenders to draw upon if they need to attack.
Is it like a painting or like a
Is it like a what?
photograph?
What do you mean?
Like a painting or a photo?
What's the joke you're going for here?
He sells a picture.
We're going to move on. You know you're an idiot. As you walk in and begin looking in, you can see Kyu immediately bow her head very respectfully, one hand closed over her shoulder, bowing her head. Chieftain.
Kyu, you return to the Southern Water Tribes. Have you been successful? Have you been successful in locating any of the Fifth Nation remnants?
As he speaks, you can hear his voice is low and it almost sounds like he's coughing through his words sometimes, short of breath. As she sort of slowly raises her head, and Jedd, you're kind of onto Kyu. You know that she knows a little bit about what's going on with Keeko. And as you look at her, you watch as she cocks her head and looks up for a second, as if she's considering sharing something, and then changes her mind. Unfortunately not, Chieftain. We may have some leads to explore in the future, but for now we have more pressing matters to attend to. This is Ted, Jedd, and Tilla. They have come with us from Kyoshi's estate. They are working for the Avatar. They were sent here to investigate the missing ships, a matter which I believe you and I have spoken about at great length previously.
Yes, I remember, Kyu. We don't have the manpower right now to be out chasing every slow merchant who falls victim to the icy waters.
No. This is more serious. I think it's best if I pass over to them to explain and show. Two airbenders in particular found something of great import out amongst the ice. And I will throw over to Ted, Jedd, and Tilla.
I'm just holding like a piece of wood that has like glass shards in it, up in front of me, just like, we found this, I guess?
What do you mean
this
you
is
get?
This is the item of great importance.
You watch as he kind of leans in.
What is that? Some plank of wood covered in ice. Bring it closer, lad.
It's glass shards, sir.
Glass. Show me. You may approach. God, stand down. You may approach.
You watch as both waterbenders immediately get their hands ready with ice around them, and he has to sort of pull them down and stop them. Jedd, as you head on up, and how do you present it to him? Talk me through what you're doing.
I will bow down and just like sort of hold it in front of me.
Yeah. He leans in, looks at it closely, squints, and then you watch as he kind of shakes his head.
I don't understand. Why are there shards of glass in this? Where did this come from?
We found it on our way here at the start of the the iceberg plateau.
Next to you, watches Kyu nods. She goes, we came via the eastern passage through the sea of ice. It was near the cliff edge.
Right. What is this? Just looks like some driftwood to me. What makes you think this is important?
I believe it's from a ship that has recently gone missing, as it hasn't really aged much in the water. And there were some reasonable shards of glass that, upon removing it, shattered due to the temperature change.
He slowly nods.
Right. Tell me, what do air nomads want with a missing ship?
We are currently under I wouldn't say employ. We are currently serving under the Avatar.
Allied at work. You could use
Allied with the Avatar, allied with the Avatar. And we are
Mhm.
trying to just make her life a little easier by doing some of her tasks.
Yes, she's a busy one, this Avatar. Hasn't made time to visit the Southern Water Tribe since she wrecked half our fleet.
I would definitely pass on word that she must come down and visit ASAP.
And you, Earth Nation citizen, what are you doing with the Avatar?
As he looks over at you, Tilla.
Currently not working with them. I am just here under employment.
What sort of employment? You have the look of a... From the, Oasis, no? Seawong. I traveled there as a youth. I remember the, law enforcement were there. They wore garb similar to yours.
That's correct. My father is head deputy.
Ah, Kyo. We might have ourselves someone to help track down those Fifth Nation scum.
As he begins coughing again. Next to you watches Kyo gets a very sort of troubled expression on her face, as if not appreciated being shown up a little bit by your presence.
Called out, yeah.
But she keeps her mouth shut, bites down her words, and just simply nods graciously.
You monk.
As he looks over at you, Ted.
This one speak for you.
Nah, not really.
You have the look of siblings. My eyes don't deceive me.
Your Highness, you are very
Chief
astute with your
is my
observations.
title.
Yep, that's what I said.
We have no kings or queens here. We're not the Earth Nation.
Well, I'm still. Your observation skills are very good. That is my younger brother.
Much like an airbender to blow hot air.
As he begins choking on his words again.
Yep.
Look, sometimes you just gotta own it. Sometimes that's it. Kiyu, sort of sensing a bit of assistance needed for Ted, puts a hand on your shoulder and steps forwards. I petition that we immediately send out a search. I'm more than happy to take my vessel out and continue looking for the any signs of these missing shipments. The Fifth Nation remnants are making a mockery of us and our force down here. The Water Tribe is in decline, my chief. If we do not get a handle on things soon, there won't be a Water Tribe left to save. It'll be nothing but a collection of igloos scattered around the edge of a frozen glacier.
Give it a couple hundred hits.
Yeah, what she said.
You watch as the chief slowly nods.
And you think you're the one to do it, Kyo? You were given your orders. I want you bringing back every last scum who turned against us in our time of need. The vessels they stole, everything. Those that the Avatar didn't sink.
What if there's a chance? What if there's a chance that these vessels that have gone missing haven't gone missing by natural causes? Glass doesn't just appear in the ocean.
Can I get you to... I'm gonna say this falls under plead, an NPC. I'm gonna say this falls under plead. Could I get you to make
Oops, sorry.
That's okay.
Ignored that one.
That's okay, I will. So you're rolling with harmony for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I rolled a 5 again.
Okay, we will take the 5. That is a miss. You watch Tilla. For a moment, it looks like he's considering your words. And then something changes. Something comes across his features. You watch as he... Yeah, it's almost like an anger begins to rise within him. And he just begins shaking his head. No,
This is a distraction from what we need to be focused on. Ships disappear in the ice field. I don't know how to navigate. It's them weeding out the weak stock.
Not like this, though.
I've heard enough.
Not like this.
You've got your orders, Kyo. Go.
We can go and look for those missing ships.
Yeah, we can help from the air as well.
Ah, the Avatar wishes to offer her assistance, does she? Now...
How else to make amends?
You watch as he pauses for a second.
I think ships to replace the fleet she sunk would do nicely.
I can pass that on, but for now we can't do that.
Very well. You're not my citizens. I can't command you to do anything. Go. Do what you wish. Kyo, my eyes on you.
Thank you,
Watch.
Chief. As
Kyo nods
Okay.
slowly. You can see Kyo is seething, her cheeks blushing with red. She is barely holding her anger in check. You watch as she nods sharply, and then without bowing, turns to leave. For a moment, you watch as the brother, one of the guards, puts his hand ready to pull out water as if to chastise her, and then thinks better of it. You're not quite sure why. You watch as he goes to do something and then stops himself, lowering his hand and
His
doing
ass beat.
Jedd, Ted, and Tilla, you watch as Kyo just storms out of the palace, looking pissed, really
I
upset.
follow.
Yep, we follow.
As soon as you get outside, still probably within earshot of the palace, Kyo's attempts to keep her anger in check reach their threshold.
The old senile fool. This will be the death of our tribe, his leadership. He should have stood down when he had the chance. His son would have taken over and not joined the Fifth Nation.
Can I guide and comfort?
100%.
Oh, I just realized I'm not good at this, but let's do this.
Okay, let's do it anyway. I think we should.
6.
That is a miss. What do you
That's
say
perfect.
to what do you say to guide and comfort her? And keep in mind you
Well, thing I
failed.
got a 6.
Hey, when the boss man speaks.
The boss man. Yeah.
that would very much work.
Oh shit! I had a good one for it. Didn't fail.
Yeah.
So, what's his deal? He seems like he's got a control of everything.
He has been in that chair for far too long. Far too long. He should have stood down when his son was willing to take over, but he couldn't give up the power. Couldn't step aside when he needed to. His son ended up joining the Fifth Nation, leaving behind. Stupid fool died out in the ocean.
Was his
Now there
son
is no
someone
heir.
important? Like
What was that? Sorry.
in the Fifth Nation? Was his son important in the Fifth Nation?
I don't know what position he held when he was there. I know
What
he
was his
was
name?
looked up to. His defection, the crown, the chief's son, defecting to the Fifth Nation. You can
That'll
imagine what
definitely bring
effects that
everyone
had.
else across, Yeah. What was his son's name?
Are you worried I'm going to say Keeko?
No, I'm not.
I can see it in your eyes.
I know for certainty it's not.
Keeko,
No. Couldn't resist.
Sonak.
Okay.
Sonak was his name. He died during one of the clashes with the Fire Nation Navy.
Was that
Poor Sonic.
Sonic?
Is there no name you can ruin?
You should know this by now.
He
Awesome.
had his
Well,
ship was in front. It got too far ahead of the other ships. He just had to go fast.
There was a bunch of rings left when he died, though.
Yeah.
He had the cargo full of golden rings sunk to the bottom of the ocean. All that wealth lost forever.
Oh man. Yeah.
Well,
Hello, Daddy. I just rolled to help with guide and comfort.
Okay.
Seeing my terrible brother Jedd
Failing once again.
Fail miserably. I knew it was my turn to step up to the plate.
As you get a +1 to this, then Jedd, which means it is now a partial success. Ted, how do you save this train wreck of Jedd's conversation?
Fast.
I think the way I wanted to do it was, have you seen The Good Place?
I have seen The Good Place. I love The Good Place.
You know when he's still in like monk mode, and they ask
Jason?
a question, and he just sort of sits
Or
there.
Jian Yu,
like,
when he's still Jian Yu. Yeah.
Yeah, when he's still Jian Yu, and
He
he just
says
sits there
nothing,
and,
he
like,
just places his hand on people's chests. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
I thought you were saying that in character then.
Have you seen The Good Place? What?
Kyo, have you seen The Good Place? It's a puppet show we put on at the Air Nation.
Puppets are creepy.
Sorry, I don't do cults. So.
Yeah. For some reason,
friendly vibes.
For some reason, this works. You watch as you see Kyo sort of like control herself, breathe in slowly. Okay. No, fuck him. We're going. I'm still taking you.
Oh yeah, no, that was without a doubt.
I'm sorry, but I'm
never
not.
accepted.
I have stood by too long and followed orders that were stupid. I'm done with it. I'm done. I'm done following stupid orders.
Yay!
We're going to have to be fast. We're going to get things organized. We're going to need to make our way out of the city in the next 24
Wait,
hours.
what time is it now? Is it like morning? Night?
Yeah, it's sort of like mid-morning heading into lunchtime. I know. I promised that we would stay here overnight, but I think we need to go before he can get his quote-unquote eyes on me.
Before sundown.
Before sundown, I think if we can head out. We're going to need to get supplies. We're going to need to be camping up on the ice floes. If we can leave by snow skipper. What if we went along the cliffs with a snow skipper and a raft? We could... Yes. Okay, I have a plan, if you're willing to go along with it. There are types of craft we use to skate along the surface of the ice, but it's a lot of hard work for waterbenders to do this. But airbenders, if we were to use the sail, we could travel much, much faster. And
Cowabunga, dude.
Tilla, you said you were a sandbender from the Seawang Oasis. I have heard that the sandbenders use craft that travel along the sand, skipping across the surface. Is this true? Is this a thing that you use? I can't hear Dragon. Can you guys?
I can. She was very loud.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I'll just quickly reset, jump back in again. The cameras won't change, the audio won't change for everyone else. It'll just be me. So the stream will still see, nothing else will happen. It'll just be me jumping back.
Okay, guys, we all level up. We killed each other.
I can hear Dragon again. We're back.
We overthrew the water tribe. Everyone's good.
And I'm going to rewind all of that back. Dragon, I can hear you now perfectly. That is good to hear. Good. I think our snow skipper will be something a little bit similar. Do you know how to use this craft? I will be honest. It is not something that I am particularly well versed in traveling this. I'm more used to working on the ocean. But if you could navigate with this, and if you could manage the Tilla to you watch as she realizes that your name and the name of the steering apparatus are the same. As she pauses and realizes that, she goes, that is a rather good coincidence. If you could manage the Tilla, that would be great. That seems appropriate. Maybe you were born for this. Is that okay? Wonderful. You need to go find your friends. They're with Ko. I'm going to go and get everything ready. You need to find your friends urgently. Do you know the way back down to the docks from here? Down the main road, and then when you get to the first right-hand turn, take that first right-hand turn. You should, I'm hoping, see some sign of your companions. They won't have gotten too far. I'm hoping they haven't got into too much mess.
I have money to give you. Hang on a sec. The answer's no, because I spent it all. Right. Never mind. Oh, no, I didn't.
What were you gonna say, Dragon?
I was gonna ask Kyo, does she need any help? Like, do you need any help to get anything ready?
No. I think if you can get to the others, I can get some supplies together. But you are going to need to head to one of the nearby stores. You have gold. You can get yourselves rations, provisions, a tent. You'll need a snow tent. Specifically, ask for a snow tent. And you're going to need furs. I don't think your sleeping bags are going to be warm enough. You're going to need to get something to keep you warm as well. Yara. Get Yara to help you. She should hopefully not be too far from Ko. Don't get Ko to help you. He can carry things, but I would get Yara to help you with
I'll get him to get us a nice meal plan.
Oh boy. Yes, probably that makes sense to give him that job to do. Yes, that does make sense. Okay. So tell Yara, as the sun sets, we're going to meet at the eastern gate, okay?
Let me write that down. Yep, cool.
Left and right doesn't work for north, south, east, or west.
It does if I'm facing.
Yeah.
If we just face the water, we're good.
Sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You said the water is north.
That's true.
You did say that.
I did say that. That's true. That's true.
Thank you.
Perfect. With that, let's jump back to Keeko and Lilly. So you two are just going to follow Ko to the tavern?
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant.
Just wandering with Ko, just our boy.
Just hanging out with you, boy.
Coat is kind of buttoned up at the front.
I would like to hold his hand and skip.
Ko's hand?
Yes.
It's lucky you're skipping.
I
'cause-
imagine it's a very large hand.
Yeah, and he's a tall boy, so skipping, like his stride is massive. So yeah, I'm pleased you said you're skipping because you need that momentum to keep up with him with your tiny legs. As you hold Ko's hand and skip along, Ko is a very, he is a man very confident in his masculinity, being 6'4", built like a fucking tree. He's got no qualms about holding your hand and skipping along. Like, does not faze him at all. As he holds your hand and looks around, oblivious to any issues this might arise. Keeko, you're kind of like, or are you holding his other hand and skipping with him?
If the hand's there to skip with, I'm not just going to randomly grab his hand and skip. But if he offers,
He's not a monster.
to aggressively grab his hand.
Give me that hand.
Yeah, I mean, Keeko, you see, as soon as you guys start making your way up the main road, Lilly rushes up, grabs his hand, and starts skipping along. Ko's other hand is just at his side. He's not skipping; he's walking normally, but you can see Lilly skipping along next to him. His other hand is free.
Lily's just shooting you looks like you know what you need to do.
Are you too oblivious, though?
Hit him. I look left and right. Don't see anyone I know. I grab his hand. I start skipping and draw to leave.
Keeko, that's a good question.
Sure he starts skipping.
Keeko, that's a good question. Do you see anyone you know? Could I please get you to roll with push your luck?
Certainly can.
Wait, does the success mean he doesn't, or does the success mean he does?
You don't know.
Good question.
I think the answer is yes.
You
Either
will
way.
find out.
No, we don't have to worry about it. It's fine.
Or we do have to worry about
Yeah,
it.
you don't know what it means, because you might be lucky enough to not see anyone that you know, which could potentially get you in huge trouble, given that you're ex-Fifth Nation.
Depends if the scoring's based on golf. Like, is the lower better?
Yes.
Keeko, that is a 3. That means you are unlucky. If you were pushing your luck, the higher the number, the luckier you are. The lower the number, the unluckier you are.
That's how it.
You saw 3 people you know.
I'm almost tempted to do that,
The
actually.
whole family was there.
Keeko,
Oh god, hey guys.
as you grab Ko's hand and begin skipping along down the main road, looking around, you do a quick furtive glance. You don't see anyone that you know. And as you come to the first intersection, you hear a very familiar voice call out your name. Keeko? Keeko, is that you? And as you turn around, glancing to the side, you see her. Your Aunt Maya.
Yes!
Long dark hair, braided up behind her, dressed in very heavy furs, carrying a crate full of food. And as she spots you, her eyes go wide, and you watch as she almost drops the crate, kind of catching, goes, "Keeko, it is you. Where have you been?"
Maya! I'd let go of Cove's hand a cup and, help her put the crate down, give her a big hug. So good to see Aunt Maya. It's awesome. I've been doing a bit of work in the nation, doing a bit of stuff with, Avatar, helping out, keeping busy. How about you? How's things here?
We were all so afraid that we thought you'd run off with the... She leans in quietly.
No.
The Fifth Nation.
Me? Aunt Maya, you know me better. I wouldn't do that sort of stuff. No, I've been doing some work in the Earth Nation. Been doing good upstanding stuff. Good upstanding work with the Avatar at the moment, Been good.
You're not lying about that, but you did lie about not joining the Fifth Nation a second earlier, so I am going to need you to trick an NPC, please. When you say things like, no, I wouldn't join the Fifth Nation, when the answer is, yes, I joined the Fifth Nation.
Me? Never.
What? Jacques Keeko. A 9. Jacques Keeko. 9 is good. 9 is what you wanted. I mean, she you can see that she this was really weighing on her, Keeko. She thought you joined the Fifth Nation. You had brought shame, dishonor, bad vibes to the family. And now she's been and the cow. And she's been given and the cowfish. It's like a clownfish, but a cowfish. Many dishonors.
At least haunting.
But with this news that you're working with the Avatar, I mean, the Avatar broke the Fifth Nation fleet in half, murdered a whole bunch of them by lifting up a mountain from the seafloor. That was how she announced herself. There's no way the Avatar would work with anyone from the Fifth Nation. You must be fine. It must be okay. Yeah, exactly. And you watch as tension leaves her shoulders, the lines around her face, lines of worry around her eyes begin to soften. She smiles warmly, and the hug you got before, bit cold, bit distant. This time, you feel the love of your Aunt Maya holding you in close as she pulls you into a big bear hug. Hands really digging into your back, really going for the hug. This has been a big relief for her to hear. Oh, I was so worried. We were all worried. We thought that you'd run off and join those pirates, and I'm just so relieved that you're home. How long have you been back? Your parents didn't even say anything.
I did run off, but wasn't for that. But I am sorry I did run off. I did have to go out and sort of find myself in the world for a little bit.
Keeko,
just got back this morning. Maybe it's been an hour? Maybe an hour?
You broke your mother's heart when you left. She was really sad. She was distraught for weeks. You just ran off and left without a word. You've been backing out. Why aren't you with her? With your father? With your mother?
I'm gonna duck around, say hello soon. Yeah, I've just met. This is
Keeko, you were doing so well.
And Code.
You were doing so well. Duck round. You duck around. These are your parents, Keeko. You need to show them some respect. This is not how you treat your blood.
I will. I'll show them so much respect, like the highest respect I would give to my family. I would. It's gonna happen, but just right now, I can't go right now. But I will go, and I will go see Barry. I will go see my dad.
What did you call it? It was Barry and Keck, wasn't it?
Barry and Keck.
That's right.
Barry and Keck.
My sister.
I just picture them as Aunt Maya,
my sister's been so worried. Lilly, so lovely to meet you. She does a full Molly Weasley. Looks down and goes, so nice to meet you. I'm Maya, and Ko, I didn't realize you and Keeko knew each other. Yes, Lilly.
How did she know my name?
Oh, sorry, did I say Lilly? What did Keeko introduce you as? He did. He introduced you as Lilly.
I think I did say Lilly.
He introduced you as Lilly.
Lilly.
But Keeko wouldn't know your name is Lilly. Keeko, pick another flower.
That's true. No, yeah, I know it's Poppy.
Poppy. This is Poppy and Co.
Yes.
Poppy, dear.
You've seen right through my charade.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking bet it, did I?
This is
Her
her passive insight is 40.
Oh God.
Oh, and Poppy, dear, it's lovely to meet you. And Ko, I didn't know you knew Keeko.
Yes, we are new acquaintances. Maya just nods at her. How is your food plan coming along?
Very, very good, thanks. Very good, thanks, Ko. Well, I don't want to interrupt. Obviously, you're really busy, but please, you need to go and see your parents, Keeko. You need to go and see Barry and Kek. They've been worried sick about you, and I mean, all the parents who lost children to the Fifth Nation, who lost family members, sons, daughters, brothers and sisters. It's been really hard. Please go and see them.
I'll go see Dad. Are they good? Are they well?
I'm not going to tell you. I think you're not. I want to give you a good enough reason to go and see them. You should know that. I shouldn't have to tell you how your parents are, Keeko.
Little hints, like we've still got the same house, haven't moved.
Roll insight.
Don't go running around.
They lost the house. They lost the farm. No. When you left,
No.
all they got was a
took
bag
everything.
of beans. They're still in the same house. It's been rather cold and lonely, though. Too quiet.
Your gift. See them tonight. Say hello.
That's funny
Jesus
because we now know
Christ.
you're not going to be there tonight, so that's quite funny. Perfect. With that, you watch as Maya nods and begins walking away. Keeko, you're not blind.
No.
There's a lot of attention on you now. Talking
See
with
that.
Keeko, talking with Maya. You talking with Maya. There's a lot of attention on you, and a few people are whispering your name. People who you vaguely recognize. You wouldn't know their names, but
That's Steve from accounting.
yeah. There's whispers going around. You can see that there's interest. There are eyes on you now.
I'm gonna grab Ko's hand. I'm gonna say goodbye to Maya. It's lovely meeting you, Maya. I gotta go. I'm gonna grab Ko's hand and start skipping.
Bye, nice lady.
She waves at you. As Lilly and Keeko skip along, Ko, who's sort of walking normally, Keeko and Lilly. Lilly, could you please roll me a push your luck? You have help from Keeko on this. I want to know if you manage to convince Ko to start skipping along with you.
10.
10. That's 11.
Yeah.
Lilly, a moment later
Never
you
had such
feel
an
your
important
arm.
role.
A moment later, you feel your arm wrenched out of its socket as Ko begins skipping. Every time he does so, he lifts you a full foot off the ground as you feel like you are dragged along behind him as he skips. Keeko, even you are having a solid effort to try and keep up with Ko's skipping. When Ko commits to an exercise, fucking goes for it. As you power skip down the main road of Wolf Cove, you quickly find yourselves in front of a two-story, almost like a how would I describe it? Imagine like so the lower story is like a perfect rectangle, a perfect square on the corner of the intersection, and then above it's almost like this domed roof made of ice that's completely clear. So it's almost like this domed skylight made of ice, revealing inside what looks like a really cozy tavern. You can see that not everything's revealed by the large dome. There's a building that rises up around it on either side. That's probably the rooms and tenements for people to stay in. But underneath, you can see this, very well laid out, very well appointed tavern. And as Ko stops out the front, he leans back and gestures and goes, "This is the Zebrafish tap house. It's my mum's place."
Can we go inside?
Yes, you should. You should go inside. It's really nice inside. Much nicer than the
cool.
front. But not that
Well,
not that the front isn't nice. The front is nice.
Front's
As he points up at the dome.
Love the front. What should we drink when we get inside, Co? Any recommendations?
Oh, I have several recommendations for the perfect... yeah, he asked. For the perfect calorie-balanced beverage to enjoy. I will take you through the menu step by step. There is an order which you must consume these drinks in.
Co.
Okay.
I'm pretty tired, pretty tuckered out from our swim earlier. So how about Keeko
You need
and
energy.
I go... Yeah, that sounds great. How about Keeko and I go sit over in the corner and then you bring us something that you think would be best for us, given what you know about me needing energy and him needing some protein.
I need protein. She's a grown girl.
You watch as Keeko slowly nods, a smile slowly working its way across his face as his impeccably chiseled jaw slowly drops into this big, broad, beaming grin. I will get you things that you will like, and they will help you. They will fill you with nutritional delight. And with that, he storms
really
inside, not even waiting for you.
Macros.
And micros, don't forget the micros.
Didn't know Keeko was buff.
Didn't know.
Find
It will
a
be.
secluded corner to sit in.
Here's the
Relatively
problem
secluded?
with a building with a completely glass roof or a completely ice roof. It's all open.
Like that's fine, but I would like to find somewhere where there's like not going to be people overhearing us.
Okay, fair enough.
So just away from people.
It is like mid-morning. The tavern, empty.
Okay.
No one's here. The hustle and bustle outside, clearly whatever's happening in the Southern Water Tribe, people are overworked. You suspect this place is going to be much more lively in the evening when people have finished their work. But for the moment, it's kind of empty. As you walk inside, you see a really, really muscular woman. 6'5", biceps like you wouldn't believe, wearing not a lot, quite a narrow shift with a leather apron tied around. You can hear her muscles creak as she slowly lowers the mug that she was holding. And then as she sees Ko, you watch as her face breaks into this beautiful beaming smile, matching his. Ko! As he steps into the building. Mama! As they rush in and embrace each other. I mean, bones would have broken on any lesser human under the sheer musculature of these two individuals. But for the two of them, just a normal hug. But you know, Lilly, in that moment, if you'd been stuck in between that, you would have gone from a solid to a liquid. There'd be like, possibly even a gas right through the middle. You'd have been crushed. There'd be nothing left. As I guess we're calling her Mama Ko for the moment until you know her name. As she turns around, she goes, "You have brought friends, Ko. Who are your friends?" "Mama, this is Kikonori." And what did you introduce yourself as to Ko as?
Yes.
There's been so many
just-
fucking names.
I feel like it may have been Rose.
Was it Rose? I've got this weird
I
feeling
don't
it was
know.
Tiger Lily, but then I'm like, have you used that yet? I don't think you have.
No.
That's
No.
one I was remembering to save for later.
Lavender?
Lavender.
Was
No,
Could be
Lavender. No, Lavender was the one that we spoke about with Tomoko, where we called the person who destroyed
That's
the
right. That's
tea
right.
house, Lavender.
Tell
I
you
think I may have just
Don't
called
do
myself
spreadsheet.
Poppy
Let's
when
go
I
with
introduced
Poppy.
myself to this lot.
Wolfsbane.
Yeah.
Let's go with
That's a
Black
cool,
Dahlia. Let's go
That's a
with
cool undercover name.
It was
Wolfsbane.
either Poppy or I went with a gemstone at that point, but I'm pretty sure it was just Poppy.
We'll stick with Poppy. If you could,
Yeah.
please, for the love of all that is holy, pick a
We're
fucking
getting there.
name.
Yeah, why don't we change names every session? Come on.
Poppy, but we'll stick with Poppy. And this is Poppy. She looks down, smiles broadly, and goes, "It's so nice. Keeko not Keeko, sorry. Ko never brings his friends back here. It is so nice. How long have you known my boy? My little boy." As she grabs his cheeks and gives him a little, tug on his cheeks.
Poppy, two days? 1 day? 2 days?
Was there any passing days, or was it just like
2 days.
a day or hours?
2 days.
The day we met,
2 days,
the end of
okay.
boat. Yeah, 2 days. Yeah, 2 days.
Ko, as you say 2 days, Ko really surprisingly goes, "The moon has risen over our meeting just once, Mama." There's a sudden pause, and you watch as she nods and goes, "So good to hear, Ko. And your friends, please come in, take a seat. It is good to have people here. We are very quiet at the moment. So busy in Wolf Cove today. So please come and take a seat." Ko? "Yes, Mama." "I need help pressing some of the kelp buds, and you know that your hands are perfectly sized for it." And he looks down at his massive fucking hands, goes, "A hydraulic press." "Yes, Mama." "Right away." And with that, she gestures him and goes, "I will not keep him too long, please." I've suddenly become fucking, it's the monk Gyatso. I've become Gyatso in that moment. I don't know why Gyatso is something. "I will not be too long." Let me get back to Mama Ko for a second.
Mango parts.
Yeah, in my mind, Mama Ko is like
Ko starts going, "Hiya."
Yeah, no, Mama Ko is definitely a fierce tiger mum, but she's also she's a Valkyrie in my mind. How I picture her, it's like the Viking Valkyrie. Yeah. She's like built as. "Ko will be out in a moment. I just need him to press these kelp buds, and then he will all be yours. Please take a seat. He will be right out." Perfect. Lily,
Cool.
yeah, there's a seat over in the corner, but the tavern's deserted, man. No one else is here.
Cool. I'm gonna drag Keeko over to a seat and be like, "Hey, So I found your wanted poster.
Oh, good. How was it? What did they say about you?
You wanna explain a few things here, bud?"
Well, like, you know how I was just talking to Art and Maya, and I said I wasn't Fifth Nation.
Yeah. Yeah, you were Fifth Nation. I kind of gathered that.
Yeah, that was on
Right.
the wanted poster.
Yeah.
Not fucking dumb.
Just want to make sure we're clear on that one. That I did.
Do I look like the Brothers Dim? Keeko? Do I look like the Brothers Dim? Am I two people? Am I two airbenders?
What?
So, how many people here know that you are Fifth? Or sorry, you were Fifth Nation?
Owen, would I know how many people would know? Because
So here's the question, Keeko.
Would you have? Like I sort of just left.
Would you have been Brothers Dim enough to announce to people that you were off to join the Fifth Nation, or would you have just slipped away?
I would have just slipped away. With the I will say as well, with like my sort of character class, I've got like the squad leader sort of stuff in there as well. And there's the parts where it's like you had like a sort of like a crew for all this sort of stuff happened, all that. So I'm going to take that as sort of like Fifth Nation side of things, but I may have had sort of like friends as well that are sort of left with perhaps.
Well, there's one particular friend that I'm thinking of that would have inspired you to leave. And that was the chief's son, Sonak, because he would have only been 2 years older than you.
Yeah. Chief's son, did he die?
Yeah, led an attack against the Fire Nation fleet.
Everyone
Shit
knew
went too
that
fast.
Sonak left for the Fifth Nation.
Yeah, and everyone knew
that you left with them.
And everyone knew that Keeko was quite close with this group of friends. Like, it was a group of teenagers,
like
boys and girls. Yeah, it would have been about 5 of them. Yep.
Yeah. Knuckles.
What was that, sorry?
Yeah.
Knuckles.
I'm not, no, we're not addressing. Moving on. Yeah, there were about 5 of you. I mean, it's well known that the chief's son joined the Fifth Nation. It's very clear, Keeko, that you vanished around the same time. The suspicion would have been that you'd gone off to join the Fifth Nation too. But unlike the chief's son, it doesn't look like there's any actual proof specifically tied. There's a lot of suspicion, And you noticed that as soon as people started to realize who you were, conversation started. There was suspicion. But in terms of proof, you don't know who would know for sure or what proof they would have to offer that you were definitely part of the Fifth Nation.
Yeah, so
You've really got to start hoping at this point that none of the survivors of any of the raids, any of the ships you helped sink, made it back to the Southern Water Tribe. At this moment, you're praying that the ocean has claimed these people forever.
Yeah. It's kind of what it's hoping when I got here.
You left survivors?
They weren't meant to live.
Dead men tell no tales.
So hopefully not Poppy. When I left, didn't really spread a bit of a word about it. Lost suspicion. I think all my mates I had sort of buggered off. But I'm just gonna keep my coat buttoned up while I'm here. My nose clean, not dripping.
Lilly, you look at the coat that Keeko's wearing. It's a Fire Nation
fucking
military.
Fire Nation coat.
It's a Fire Nation military long coat. It's a privateer's coat from Fire
I was
Nation.
already thinking about that. You might need some new clothes. This guy is not going to be
I love that he went.
conspicuous.
I love that he went to go and get a coat to hide his clothing, and I described this fucking privateer coat, and Brandon's like, "Yes, that's the coat for me."
That's the coat I want. The only way to get it is through pirating.
The other stuff was literally made out of tissue paper. I couldn't use it.
Big fan, Brandon. Big fan.
Big fan.
Big fan. I love your choices. They always give me lots of things to laugh about.
I think we're going to try to get you a different jacket to wear over said coat. I think that's probably a smart idea here.
But Keeko, you look fucking fly
I'm gonna
right now.
pass out. I do look fly. I do. I don't know it.
For fuck's sake.
I've got to be your subconscious. Sometimes I've got to be your subconscious. Your subconscious speaks to you all the time.
Pretty fly for a water.
I think we've just lost Brandon's cat. There it is.
Yeah.
It was the damn it that did it for me. Okay, no. How long is it? An hour and 14 minutes. That was longer than usual.
Literally an hour and a half. We started at 7, so literally an hour and a half
true.
in battery died.
Nice.
It's consistent, at least.
Okay, so...
Yeah, I agree. I might pass out, though, if I wear 2 coats here, but... you know,
Okay,
I
so
can make it
maybe
work.
we stow one away somewhere and then you put on a different coat.
Whoa.
Oh,
She's
dude.
saying put on more than one coat at a time? Or that you can switch your clothes around? Yikes.
I know, but I'll stow away. I might lose it. I'll just.
Is it obvious I've been playing a bit of Disco
put it
Elysium?
back.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Whoa.
Okay, but like,
Okay, we should
off
go
the
clothes shopping
track
after
of-
some food.
off the track of that, how many people have you killed? You tell me your number, I'll tell you mine.
What, you got a number? That's what?
What's your body count?
And you're like 14. You're like 14. How many people have you killed?
What's your body count?
Okay.
I'm like
Literally.
10? Oh my god. Yes. What would one be? How long was I pirating for? About like 3 years, was it?
A couple of
Fifth
years.
Nation's around for
Yeah,
5
yeah.
years. I was like,
Because
yeah, for 3
you're what?
years.
You're like, how old are you? I think you said you're about, what, 19, 20?
About 20. Yeah, about 20 around there. So
He
I'm just gonna
ages
take
every
my-
session.
easy.
So.
It does, so 22 now.
No, I saw like, yeah, so around there.
So if
40.
you left at like 16, 17, that'd work really. Actually, you would have left when you were 15. So
Yeah.
you were pirating for like 2 years because Kyoshi took out the Fifth Nation 3 years ago. So you pirated for at least 2 years, possibly 3.
Yeah, and if I'm killing, say, one person a month, maybe, I don't know, I'll say around 20 people, maybe, somewhere around that.
That's a low number.
You actually
Well, like it's like not. Wasn't a
What
one
do you
on
count?
one.
Are
Like
these
sometimes, like
is this
I'd
direct
put sometimes
kills?
it's a barrel. Like it's a barrel you put in the water, and then you put the water in the boat. You can kill a few people doing that, you know. So naturally,
Okay.
probably a couple survived, and I didn't kill them first, but a few drowned, I'm sure.
Do they count, or is that like the ocean killing?
Yeah, like, are you came really like, oh, they would have survived if I didn't do anything, but they're dead now because I did something.
Well, like they could have survived in the water, so maybe I didn't actually kill anyone. Actually, yeah, I say it. I think I'm actually good.
Just grievously wound them and leave them for dead in the water. Nice.
apart from the couple of people here with ice shards. But it was war, so it was fine. I don't condone it. I'm not going to say do it, but come on, wait a second. I was like 17 at the time. You're like 14. What are you doing killing people?
Just less than
I'm
that.
10.
Yeah.
10. Sorry, I'm not good at age.
Anywhere between 8 and 12.
My age and body count are the same number. I have to kill each year to keep them symmetrical.
That's how I keep my youth.
I actually rolled 2d20s to give me my number.
Jesus Christ. What?
Should
Are you
roll a
actually a
D100.
murderer?
This is my backstory.
I didn't know how many people you'd killed. I thought it was maybe like 1 or 2
32.
by accident. 32
According to
people.
these.
32? Yeah, my numbers look big.
I think
My
that's up
numbers
there
look
with
now.
mine.
Bump your numbers up. Bump your numbers up.
Yeah, I killed
Yeah,
50.
my character spent most of her life pretty much breaking into people's houses or like
That's a
convincing people to
big
let
jump.
her in and take her on, and then she set the houses on fire before she left.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Were the
These
houses
families.
Were the houses orphanages? Like, what were there so many people in those houses?
She barred the doors and windows
No,
first.
she's done it like several times a year for several years.
But hang on.
And the
I'm going to
tea
treat this in
house, a
canon,
whole
and I'm
tea
actually
house
just
full of
laughing along
people.
with you.
Okay,
Like,
but it is rare for people to die when buildings burn down. It's not as common as you'd
Yeah.
think because of the
Except
way
Except
in
when
which.
they're all asleep.
So, but these in the Earth Nation, it's mostly made of stone. There's not a lot to burn. So
I
the
know.
question-
I literally just rolled dice for that
I
number.
think those
by the
dice.
way.
I think a D20 by itself was already an excessively large dice to roll for that. 2 is an extra level on top of that. Lily,
half
you.
it.
I was worried about them being single digits.
16.
Why? Why just?
I don't want my figure to be so low. God.
I'm going to
like-
say, Lily,
it's like-
because that is a big thing. At the age of 10, to have killed 32 people.
Hey, I'm impressed.
That's not a
3
lot.
people a
Yes,
year.
it is. That's a huge number of people.
Wait,
Don't you
It was
gaslight
one of those,
me.
like, those. This was like
Nah,
one
it's
of
not
those
that many
criminal things
people.
where they interviewed the serial killer. He's like, I've only killed like 15 people.
The worst serial killers in history have killed less than that. So no, we're gonna just rewind a touch. Lily, you do not know for sure how many people you have killed. I would say that
Okay.
you like to think that when you burn those houses down, it's not to kill people,
Yeah.
it's to cover your thefts. If people are too stupid to get out, that's on them. That's not you killing them, that's suicide. That's their fault. They should have got out in time. Is how I'm going to justify that in Lily's mind. That seems to match your personality a bit more than you proudly sitting there at the age of 10 saying, yeah, I've killed 32 people. What of it? As you look at all the teardrops tattooed on her cheek, like down her neck and then across her arm. Lily, you are not sure of the exact number of people, but you know that some people haven't escaped those fires. You know that they haven't. It is up to you,
It's still going to be
in
canon that
Lily's
you're
mind.
telling me 30.
It is up to you. Yeah, no, let me rephrase. Lily, it's 100% fine for you to tell Keeko 32 because that's exactly what you would do. It's 100% what you would do. I'm more thinking, what have you actually done? I'm going to say
Who
that
knows?
whatever number Lily feels comfortable knowing, that's what she thinks about. But I'm going to, I imagine.
Realistically,
in
she
Lily's-
hasn't actually like straight up murdered anybody. Like she hasn't stabbed anybody or anything like
Exactly.
that. Like
And
They're
if,
impressive,
Lily,
they die.
Lily, if they're too stupid to get out of a burning house, I mean, really, just natural
she's only put
selection.
bombs in one person's mouth
Yeah,
so far
exactly.
that you've seen. So
Yeah, exactly
and they
right.
didn't even die.
Exactly. See, you're not a monster. You're just doing your best.
that's how-
Just covering your
That's
tracks.
how all serial killers start. I was about to kill them, but then I didn't kill them. Oh, God. But then later
So-
I wanted to go back and test the waters again.
So, Lily, you say to Keeko 32 in your
Yeah, 32.
mind, you probably don't think you've directly killed anyone. Some people have been too stupid to
Their own
get
fault.
out of situations. Exactly, it's their own fault. It's their own fault. Yikes! That was a knot and a half to untangle. Keeko, Lily turns to you,
Didn't expect
completely
that
deadpan, nods, and says 32.
I had the similar reaction I just had then. It's like, what? Then I hush myself down. Like,
It's at this moment that Ko comes back to the table and places down a glass in front of each of you. Looks at your horrified face, Keeko. Looks at your proud face, Lily. Completely misses what's going on. Nods and goes, "These are really good. You'll like these. For you, Lily. No, Poppy. For you, Poppy. This is extract of clam juice. You are going to love this. Trust me." And Keeko, we freshly milked some otter penguins this morning, and we've blended up the juice with some kelp oil sprinkled through to emulsify it. It is full of good proteins, micro and macronutrients.
And vitamin D, I'm pretty sure. Don't get nearly enough of that. Start chugging.
With that, Ko rushes back, his hands still greasy from squeezing the kelp buds to get the oil out for you. Lilly, the drink in front of you. For fully grown adults, I think this would be a big fucking glass. For you, it's huge. It's like one of the classic milkshake glasses. It's enormous. It's been carved out of ice. It's very cold, and you can see that it is full to the brim of this yellow viscous liquid.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Like what shade of yellow?
Sand yellow. Sandy yellow.
I can see the apprehension.
Is it
It's not chunky. It's not chunky.
It's young.
It is perfectly smooth, slightly viscous. Imagine
Is it
like
like-
motor oil in consistency and color.
That's
Just
kind of what
fly
I'm
right out.
thinking.
Yeah.
So it's not like cloudy. It's kind of like a little bit see-through-ish.
Yeah,
like
it
oil.
almost it magnifies everything slightly as well. That's how viscous
Okay.
it is. It's got a slight
Like
magnification
a
to
Bloody
it.
Mary.
Take a real
like that.
hesitant little stick my tongue in the top of it and just real hesitant.
Sorry, what do you do?
Like stick my tongue over the lip of the cup and
I
just
hear the
like-
words. I think I need to see.
No.
Fair
Just
enough. We got her to do it, everybody. She did it.
Little mlet.
That was minimal effort to corral her into that. Lilly, you're expecting something. Let's be honest. You're expecting
Now
this to
can
be
I have
kind of
killed
gross.
32 people?
No, you're expecting this to be kind of gross. But it's actually surprisingly okay. It's not fishy. There is a bit of a slight sort of salty, fishy smell to it. Like a bit like seaweed, very minor sort of seaweed kind of smell. But actually the flavor's pretty good. It's not too sweet. It's almost a little bit of like a slightly salted kind of caramel without that really enjoyable sweetness. Imagine like a much more subdued salted caramel flavor with almost like a banana kind of undertone. It's all right. It's actually quite good. Yeah, it's quite nice.
Okay. I'm just gonna sip at it.
Yeah, quite nice. Keeko, you've had otter milk penguin before. It's great. It's creamy, beige. It's delicious.
It's like a caramel milkshake, but I don't know what caramel is.
Creamy,
but that's a
beige.
sort of vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like
creamy,
old
creamy,
Greg needs to serve that to you. Yeah, it's creamy, beige.
Yeah,
quite nice.
cream. Yes. Here's a picture of a watercolor of Baileys. Here's a watercolor of Baileys a little bit closer. Here's another watercolor of Baileys. It's as close as you can get your ass, but your eyes getting all wet.
Sorry, I'm done now.
No, I love old Greg.
So,
It's quite nice. It's good. High in protein.
yeah.
Micro and
Milk stash,
macronutrients.
full
Yeah, oh yeah, full milk stash. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sipping on like blue milk, baby.
For a moment,
Um,
Keeko. Yeah, let's say it's slightly blue. Keeko, for a moment, you'd forgotten that Lilly just revealed she killed 32 people as you enjoy your delicious creamy beverage. And then it comes back to you in a rush as you look at her mamming the top of her glass.
Just like as I'm drinking, I'm just like I'm like, oh yeah. Then I'm like,
Some of the milk sort of spills around your chin slowly as you lower the glass and put it down. Yeah. It's at
that
this
I
moment.
realize I'm not talking to other Fifth Nation pirates. I'm just like, hold on, she's 10.
Yeah. It's at this moment Ted, Jedd, and Tilla walk in. Ted, Jedd, and Tilla, I'm going to assume you follow the directions given to you. Walk straight, then turn right. Even the Brothers Dim can't fuck that up when Tilla's with them.
It's real easy.
Yeah.
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 Why was there a hesitant to that? Yes.
Yeah, I'm actually... Ted, could I get you to roll Push Your Luck, please?
Why?
I'm
I am here.
10.
Ted. It's all good, Ted. It's all good, Ted. You got this. You heard the directions. You know where to go. Tilla, she thinks she's so hot shit because she solves crimes and takes bad guys and gets money for it. But you know left and right. When you hold up your hands, you know where to go.
You're the better airbender. You got this.
Yeah,
Can
what's up?
Tilla roll?
Sure. Sure. Joe, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go.
What am I rolling?
For you, I'd say either push your luck or skills and training, your choice. I'm so excited for this to be a 2 or a 3. I'm ready. My body's ready for this to be absolutely atrocious.
It's a 6.
6.
Can I?
What's up?
And like guide her shoulders the other way.
Can I kick him?
Yeah, 100%. Ted, as Tilla misses the turn, first right hand turn. How hard is that to get right? I mean, seriously, you just like grab her shoulders, gently turn her around, and there's a very sharp pain suddenly in your lower shin. And as you look down, see, Tilla's right foot is no longer covered in snow. Your shin is. It's all over your lovely orange-red robes. Something weird, something supernatural's happened. Yeah, the snow's moved from her foot onto your shin. It's bizarre.
At least I know my lefts from my rights.
As he stands there holding up his fingers in a fucking L shape and then turns around. Yeah. As the three of you, sorry, I forgot Jedd's there. Jedd's just dying inside slowly down a side street. As the three of you begin making your way down the main road, it is impossible not to spy the sign of the zebrafish tap house. An enormous upper body of a zebra with the front legs, but instead of the hooves, it's long fins, and then like a long mermaid tail from a fish covered in the same stripes. See? Pretty good.
Please get that drawn, please?
What was it?
Someone in chat. Can someone draw that?
That's a big ask. Just chuck on chat. Can you draw?
Isn't that in like Poster Jackson?
There's people drawing stuff in chat all the time. I'm not saying right now. I'm just saying.
I believe it's
Speed draw.
I believe it's called a hippocampus.
That's it. Yep.
I think the mythology. Hippocampi. Oh yeah, hippocamp or hippocampus. Also hippocampi.
Thank you, Drinking. I look forward for it. Please tag me when you post it. Thank you.
Yeah. And instead of the furry mane, it's like a fin, like a full fin that goes down and folds around and follows the tail. Yeah. Damn it, this isn't horrifying. This is actually kind of sick.
That's majestic as fuck. Yeah.
It's also,
they're allowed to make nice ones.
Do you know what? No. The fish is a lamprey. It's got the mouth of a lamprey. I ruined it.
Can we rewind this and just go back to the hippocampus?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's a hippocampus. Yeah, it's a zebra hippocampus.
Oh, lamprey. Oh god, yeah, I know what that one is.
Yeah. They're a fish that produces slime around them and feeds on blood. Yeah. To the point where if another fish eats them, they really bite humans. But if another fish eats them, the slime they produce is so thick it clogs up the other fish's gills and suffocates them.
Mm-hmm. They're awesome.
Andrew's like my spirit animal. Ride or die, bitch. As you spy the sign and head on in, you can see Keeko and Lilly sitting down at the back corner of the tap house. Keeko with a very large, slightly blue-tinted milk moustache. Lilly sitting there, kicking her legs on a very tall stool, drinking motor oil out of a ice cup. The tables and chairs, I probably should describe these a little bit earlier so that you can picture this in your mind, but all of the tables and chairs are carved out of ice. So imagine like these beautiful, very like glass-like looking tables, the central pillar rising up and then splaying out into almost this like flower bud table top. It's really, really beautiful. But as you, Ted, Jedd, and Tilla, as you step in, you see Keeko and Lilly enjoying a drink. Keeko looking...
Is Keeko still lemming her milk?
Lilly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that how you drink?
Sipping.
No, drinking properly now. She's mlemmed. She's done.
I just had to make sure it wasn't like absolutely fucking disgusting before coating my mouth with it.
But couldn't you? Yeah. Okay.
Don't discuss.
So what are you two up to?
Chilling.
Oh, hey guys, just having a chat, drinking some otter milk.
Chatting about what?
Penguin otter milk.
Anything important?
No.
Well, a few people like noticed me around town. That's something that happened.
Oh, you met friends?
Something that. Yeah.
Oh, we met his Aunt Maya.
We already met her.
Does she look like Kyo?
She did actually look a little bit like Kia, Lilly.
Yeah.
I was
Remember
hoping to look
Yeah.
nothing the same.
Yeah, they look completely
Don't you
different.
know what? Scratch that.
Red.
Fucking no, could not be less alike. It's too funny.
Just the hair.
Mine has
It's
red
just the
hair.
hair that looks the same. Like, yeah, when she turned around, kind of.
When you squinted and looked at her from behind, really similar.
Like,
It
as
look-
she
it's
walked
been a
further
while,
away,
guys.
like towards the sun, and the sun was in my eyes, and all I could see was a figure. Yes, exactly
Look,
the same.
she must have dyed her hair since like I last seen her. It had been about God, it's been at least 3 years, 5 years, something like that. It's been a while. She changed her hair. It's not my fault.
Anyway, do you want the good news or the bad news?
Good news.
I
Bad
want
news
the
first.
great news.
The great news is we
Yeah,
have a
great.
way to go search for the thing that's missing.
Cool.
So no problems.
Yeah, the
Look
bad
at that,
news.
right?
No, the bad news is we're leaving tonight. We're leaving very soon because it's not really recommended that we go.
You're leaving
By
at
the chief.
sundown.
Yeah, we're leaving at
What do you
sundown.
mean?
They-
What do you
Look,
mean it's not recommended we go?
we're breaking a rule.
Based on how many
And the
people
rule
noticed
is-
Keeko and started looking at him, it's probably a good idea that we
Yeah, I
leave
was gonna
sooner
say,
rather
I'm
than
pretty
later
sure he doesn't
anyway.
want to be here much longer anyway as well, so that's fine.
Yeah.
We're not taking
Especially
a
wearing that
break.
jacket.
Yeah, like
What are these rules that this other water tribe is putting on us now, huh? What's this rule that they got going on now, hey?
why are you saying it like
leave your
that?
house past. The rules here suck.
The chieftain has ordered
Is that why?
to not help.
Chieftain ordered.
But she has
Chief.
decided to help us anyway. So, in
Oh, yeah,
the
we're not
interest of
leaving by
her
boat?
Safety and our safety, we need to leave tonight.
We're leaving by Tilla.
That doesn't work.
Well, again-
Tilla is a part of a craft, not the craft itself. So, like, I see what you were going
I
for,
don't care.
but all you've done is reveal that
That is funny.
you're the brothers dim.
Wait, does that mean I get to ride on your shoulders?
Are we all gonna fit?
I'm flying.
Yeah, I mean that's an option. Absolutely.
You have to roll well for that, Andrew.
To fly?
Oh,
Dang.
get it.
What's your body count? Sorry.
In game or
Yeah. You got
Anyway.
anyway.
For those of you who are curious, might be just joining us on Twitch, we are referring to how many people his character's killed.
oh.
Are we?
Put that out there.
To be fair, I think Ted's number is the same either way.
Yeah.
Zero?
Zero unless myself counts.
Literally air nomads. Like, you shouldn't have killed anyone.
I did ask before, does dying inside count? And there was no consensus. So I guess
I need
technically.
to ask you about my number later because it just says it just says random things, but there should be a number attached to it probably.
Oh my god.
Okay, we will talk about that later then. As you're having this reuniting and this discussion, a very familiar voice calls out from over near the doorway, and as you look over, you can see Ko coming towards you. His hands covered in this like thick, oily substance, and as he sees you all, he smiles. My friends, you are all here. How did the meeting with the chieftain go?
It went great, Ko. We're leaving tonight.
Oh, but we just got back.
Yeah, it's very important that we find this shipwreck.
Should I tell Mama that I need to leave?
Probably, yes. That does seem appropriate. Yes.
I've almost finished squeezing the kelp buds. Do I have time to squeeze the remaining?
Yeah, we're going until sundown.
Okay. Just gives you a big smile.
That's solved. Okay.
The drink really yummy, Ko. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Awesome, Ko.
It will help you grow big and
Thanks, Mama
strong.
Ko.
just flexes a bicep. You watch as it generates its own gravitational pull for a moment around it, or at least to Keeko's eyes, that's what it feels like, as you feel yourself being like, drawn towards it. It's a really funny idea. It's every time someone like flexes, you watch as the entire street's just like, whoa! Like, spins around and then gets flung off.
Car gets pulled into orbit.
That'd be a pretty funny comic. I'll consider that. Consider drawing that as a little funny
What a
comic.
strange superpower.
Be a really funny webcomic though.
Yeah,
I can't get a chuckle out of that if I was scrolling and I saw that pop up. I'd be like, hey, and then I'd scroll on. Move on. As Ko heads back behind, what would the rest of you guys like to do? I mean, yeah, Ted, Jedd, and Tilla, you can see Lilly and Keeko enjoying a lovely beverage. You guys are...
I look at the beverages and I'm like, I'm okay.
They're
I'm-
good.
Dad, you
I'm
could
s-
try it.
I'm
Yeah, I
good.
got a little in mine.
That looks very.
It's
You like slosh it around and it's like very much just like moving as one. I'm good.
It tastes kind of like caramel.
man.
I'll walk up to Iris and hold my hand out for her cup.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I hand it to you.
Cool. I just want to take a sip.
Okay, here you go.
I don't like it.
You rolled up.
It's like a slightly
I,
less sweet caramel banana flavor. A little bit of a salty
Yeah.
What
kind
did
of like...
you roll?
Nothing. I just was doing something else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It just looked like you were rolling.
It'd be too much to ask for his full attention, so...
I was going through my flower names.
Oh,
You
okay,
had
fair
to
enough.
cross off.
Crossing them off.
You had to cross one off. Yeah.
I spit it out and go.
You spit it
Thanks,
out inside,
Iris.
like on the floor.
No, on the floor, not in the cup. I'm not a monster.
You spit it out
That's
on the
still kind of
floor.
monstrous.
It's still made out of ice.
You watch as
you spit.
it freezes as it slowly sets on the floor, leaving this like dark yellow patch against the crisp white snow.
I walk over and I pick it up off the ground and like put it in his pocket. Like, there you go. Look, now you got a little snack for later on. Good
You
stuff.
put it in his pocket.
Yeah, like it's like that frozen little puddle.
How do I-
Yeah,
I'll
but
get it.
there you
but,
go.
but it's body heat. It's not going to stay like that.
It's
Over the
not-
next
it's not
5
gonna-
minutes, it slowly melts
question?
through your robes.
Bro,
Yes.
it's hard.
It's not going in my pocket. It's going in his pocket.
Yeah.
Where was oh, what's her face?
Yara,
Yara. That's the
you
one.
guys don't know. Yara started to follow you a little bit and then took off on her own as you guys were making your way because you guys went up towards the
Co. Yeah.
as you call her Co. Co. A few moments later, you watch as Ko's head pokes around the edge of the bar. Yes, yes, Jedd.
Sorry to disappoint, but do you know where Yara might be?
Yara will probably be at her home. I imagine she's gone back to.
Is
Oh, do I need to tell Yara that we're leaving tonight?
yeah. Yara needs to know as well, so I was thinking we go tell her.
So if you head out this door here, go left for 5 steps, then go straight for 12, then go right for 4, left for 3, forwards for 7, back for 4, as he begins launching
why
into...
don't you just lead us their way?
He looks at his hands covered in this sticky, oily substance. Okay,
Keeko will help you when you get back.
okay.
Oh, what now?
Shall we
should
leave
just
right
leave
away?
Keeko here in your play.
Yes.
Well, Mama, I just have to step out for a moment. My friends need to get to Yara, and I'll be right back to finish pressing the kelp buds. Jedd, Ted, and Tilla, you've not heard his mum speak yet. You hear this powerful voice call out from behind, hidden away. Of course! See you soon, Co. Nice to meet you, Co's friends! And as the tavern shakes for a moment, you watch as this enormous woman pokes her head around the side of the bar, gives you a smile and a wave, Lilly and Keeko, and then at the rest of you looks around and goes, Co, you're making such an interesting assortment of friends. This is wonderful. I'm sorry, I've got something on the boil. I can't leave it for too long. I have to keep stirring. But come back later. I'll save you a table. She calls out to all of you.
Thank you.
That makes sense. That checks out. You know, that all makes sense now.
Jedd,
Perfect.
no.
Perfect. As you guys make
No
your way
matter,
out following
right,
Ko, he leads you basically down the main road
takes a right-hand turn down a side street, takes a left-hand turn down another side street, and then in front of a house with this very, very beautiful woven blue, almost like a tapestry hanging over the doorway. As he gets up to it, you watch as he reaches out and rings a bell hanging from the ice wall above. A few moments later, you watch as the blue embroidered tapestry with these gorgeous, almost like curling wave motifs in white thread. As it's pulled aside, you see Yara there, currently with her hair pulled up, all of the braids out, and you can see that she's got a seaweed face mask on. Her face is like bright green with this like dabbed on mask. She pulls it aside, she goes, Ko, what is it? It's shore leave, Ko. We hang out enough on the boat. Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey, you want the good news or bad news?
Back your shit.
Yeah, back your shit.
No.
That sums it up, yeah.
Guys,
That's the bad
it's
news.
shore leave. Why?
Nope.
What? So it went that well, did it?
How long
What?
did you think you had shore leave for?
At least more than a few fucking hours.
So we've got till sunset, but we need your help getting stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Waste.
about
Just
as
like
well as you
rubbing off
think
the
it
face
went,
mask.
How well do you think it went? And then, yeah, worse than that. Worse.
What do you mean? Like how? We've been given. What did he order us to go out right away?
Once,
quickly.
yes. Yeah, we've been ordered to leave straight away.
You distinctly told Ko nothing.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, that's. I'm
Yeah.
not lying to Code then either.
So Ko can't immediately foil your plan because he doesn't know any better. Ko just nods. Jedd, I'd like you. You're the main instigator of this lie. Could you please roll me a trick?
What would that be? What is that?
Trick.
No, what's it?
Creativity.
Creativity.
Yeah,
We're
creativity.
we're okay.
We're glad you
As a
guys
dice land, 7.
7's a bear pass, but we'll take it.
Bad.
You
Pass. It's a pass.
Yara looks at you, eyes squinted, looks at Ko. Ko just nods encouragingly, seeing Keeko nodding. Looks at Keeko. Keeko nods. He just nods too, matching Keeko's nod. Yara like slowly finishes wiping off the seaweed. There's still a few bits of like green around her chin, up on her forehead that she hasn't got to yet, but she like splatters the seaweed on the floor and then water bends it down into the ice. She goes, why does he have to just like? Why is he just the worst? Okay, I'll go get my stuff together. What are we getting? What do we need?
We need.
No tent.
That's it. A snow
Ration.
tent.
Yeah, we need a snow tent, furs, and rations.
Shit, you guys are gonna need a lot of stuff. All right, come with me. I'll get you all sorted. Is there anything else? What's the plan? Where are we meeting up with Kyo? Are we back down to the docks? Like, where are we taking this stuff?
No,
We're going to Eastern Gate.
Eastern Gate.
We are going to the Tilla.
We're not fucking walking, are we?
Tilla!
No, we're not walking.
No, we're using a
Tilla.
The sand barge.
Tilla's used to steer a boat. I don't know what you guys are smoking.
A snow rider.
Oh, a snow skipper.
That's it.
Right. Okay.
I
So
said
that means-
barge, okay? I'm not any better.
So we're
Snow
okay.
rider.
Right. Okay. So we're gonna. This is a weird plan. What has Kyo taken you through? What we're gonna do? Like how these boats went missing at sea. What are
Let's,
we taking?
Yes.
Maybe
Let's
get all our stuff and head there, and then we can ask her ourselves.
then once Keeko and Ko are gonna go do some stuff and finish what they need to do. Correct? As I look at Ko.
I thought
I was here to
carry things. As Ko
Oh,
looks at you.
didn't you need to go finish the stuff at your mum's?
Yeah, I've got to go finish pressing the kelp buds. But after that, I thought I was here to help. He looks at Keeko's hands, looks at Keeko's muscles, and goes, "They're pretty tough to press."
That's why you need to train him.
Keeko,
Think of it as a challenge.
We're offering you as free labor, Keeko.
how are you trying to look like you're pretty strong? Are you just oblivious? What's
Also
the-
a date.
I am very. I'm pretty strong. I'm a lean man, but I'm pretty strong. Yeah.
So what
Why
are
did you
we
say that
getting? So
wrong?
once we've finished pressing the buds, what are we getting? What am I carrying?
Yeah. We're in
A
the
lot.
move.
Come find us and you can carry everything that we haven't picked up yet.
Okay, I will come to the east gate when we have finished pressing the rest of the buds.
Let's go. Press some buds. Bud. And
He
give it a
pauses as he
Boom.
looks at you, and you watch as a big smile across his face goes, and then fist bumps you, almost breaking your fist.
Yeah, so imagine it's just like,
Bam!
Can he like skid back up the snow and just like a little track?
Yeah, 100%. You watch as Keeko is pushed back in the snow. Yeah. Oh, if there was ever a time to watch the video, Brandon did a very nice slide back on his computer chair there, and that was sick. Perfect. Keeko and Co head back over to the inn. Ted, Jedd, Lilly, and Tilla. Let's stick with you four for the moment.
I set them up on a date.
As Yara sort of as Yara looks over at you, she reaches behind the door, grabs her pack, puts it over her shoulders, shrugs it on, and goes, "Hadn't even had time to unpack. I guess that's a good thing, right? Like, yeah, okay. I'll take you guys to
Saving
the
time.
yeah. I haven't washed my clothes yet either. Oh well, your problem
I
now.
thought you waterbenders could like wash things with your.
Yeah, you can wash them and then we'll air dry them.
Oh, actually, the reason we don't normally wash them out in the Arctic is because it's fucking cold. But actually, that's a good point. Being able to air dry them would be a bit of a handy thing
Why
to do.
wouldn't you just freeze the water on them and then shake it off like you guys did to us?
It doesn't pull off as much dirt as you think. The ice crystals kind of like push the water, like they push all the dirt aside because like we can waterbend the water, right? But we're not so great at waterbending the dirt, and it doesn't get rid of like the sweat smell as well.
What if you made like a vortex and then put the clothes in the vortex so that it cleaned them, and then you pull them out, and then you pull the ice off?
Maybe put like some
Yeah.
like, powder, like some soap in there as well.
We use like kelp soap powder. It's just it doesn't work as well as you think it does. Like it's better to actually like be able to scrub the clothes with something hard. Trust me, this is something that all waterbenders know about. It's not as easy as you think to get clothes super clean and smelling nice. That's all right. You'll have to deal with it. It's not my problem. If I stink, it's your fault. You're gonna have to manage it. Come on, I'll take you to the store. We'll get you stuff. You've got so we need to get at least 2 snow tents. There's a lot of you. How are you gonna? Ted, Jedd, Keeko, you're gonna be in one tent. Lilly, Tilla, you're in another tent.
Do you guys have a tent?
Well, I have a tent.
Ko doesn't need this. Ko have a tent as well.
Well, I normally share with Kyo. Ko, I don't know if you've noticed this, but Ko's a pretty fucking big guy. Anyway, like you don't really share with Ko.
Does he have his own tent? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, he does. But like, if you're in the tent with Ko, you're part of the furniture. You like. You,
So Keiko's
he
gonna have
lies
trouble.
on you. He's so big. There's no room for anyone else in a tent with Ko. He sleep
What if you
thrashes
lie on
too.
top of him?
Yeah.
No, he sleep thrashes. It doesn't work. He just rolls over and then crushes you.
Jesus.
Trust me, I've been there.
You've been there.
Well, we've had to share a tent before. Are you kidding me? Of course we've had to share a tent. Sometimes we were away for ages. When my tent got a big hole in it. Look, shelter or no shelter. I would now pick no shelter after that. One night.
Fair
Anyway,
enough.
so yeah, we
Dude's
need
a
to go do
menace.
that. We have some money, I believe.
Yes.
Well, okay, let me do a quick estimate. If we've got 2 tents, we're gonna need sleeping bags for a
Clothing
lot of
for
you.
everyone.
No tents.
Yeah, snow tents. Yeah. I know. Two snow tents.
Yeah.
Gonna need sleeping bags for a lot of you. Rations. You
Furs
got.
and
What's your
clothing.
food situation? Oh, sorry, Tilla, you go.
No, just furs and clothings. That's what I was saying as well.
We have rations.
Yeah,
for...
Tilla, as you call that clothing.
Do we still have rations?
You've got some from the that you got from the dockmaster.
Yeah.
Tilla, you've probably got enough actually without getting any extra food. Your arrest on behalf of the dockmaster and helping him out has really worked out well for you. Yeah, rations aren't going to be a problem.
I got
Rations are
some
fine.
furs.
Is there like a marketplace that we're going to?
The marketplace, you're going to get ripped off. You look like tourists. I know a place I can take you to. It's a... What would we call it? We sort of call it like the second-hand shop. There's all sorts of stuff there. Pre-loved, but trust me, it'll be cheaper, and you know that it's good quality and that it works. Because like if it gets dropped in there, it has to be functional for it to be sold. Don't worry about it. I'll bring you with me, but you're gonna need at least like thinking like 20 gold to get all the stuff you need. Have you got that?
Yep.
Okay.
I have 4.
Did you say that? She looks back at you and goes like, right, air nomads. You don't really do money, do you?
I've got like 10.
Okay.
Wait,
6 more and you're done.
Oh wait,
He had the,
you have more.
yeah, I got.
yeah, you should have way more money than
You
that.
have way more than that.
Because you got paid by.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I did also just give a lot of that to Brandon, to Keeko.
Split it.
Did we split that payment?
Yeah, we got a bag each. So.
I think. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, they both got a bag each.
Yeah, we split the other thing. The other thing, I just gave it all to you. Yep.
Owen, I have some very oddly specific things that I would like to purchase.
yes.
I
concerns
would
me.
like. Yeah, I will send it to you. I also need to know how much it's going to cost because I don't have a
Yeah.
lot, but I would like to take off and buy these things.
Yeah.
The
So
clothes I got
easy.
from the dead
Big
are
line.
nomad.
Yeah. Did you take
they
all?
be
I
wa-
think. Did you take all his
Whatever was in the
clothes?
pack. What was in the pack? I don't know
Oh, you
what's
haven't
in-
gone through that yet. And actually,
No.
Jedd, that's a good point. It has now been enough time that scroll would have mostly melted. You think you could probably open it up?
Yep.
I tell you what, in the interest of expediency, now that so Ted, did you find how much money you got from Wong? Have you got that written down?
I think it was 10.
I think it was 10 from Wong.
Yeah.
But you should also,
And
and
then I
then
had
you've got another
4.
10. You got another 4 already. So that's 14.
That's
Andrew's
14.
got what? 10 as well.
10.
So you're good. You've got enough. Okay. In the interest of
I have
expediency.
like 11.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, you guys are good. In the interest of expediency, if Ted, Jedd, and Tilla, if you're happy to cross off, I think, yeah, between the 3 of you, work out how much you each want to contribute for the group. Lilly, if
Take
you want
all
to
mine.
contribute as well,
It's all good.
feel free. Cross off the money, and then
Well, we can keep hers, and then we'll do.
I'll take 10.
I'll take
enough
10, and
mine.
you take 10.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. There you go. So there's the 20 gold. Easy done. You're able to get 2 snow tents, furs, and also overclothes for the lot of you. So the overclothes, imagine like an enormous fur poncho. It's almost like this beautiful, thick, I'd say probably very similar to like a seal skin, but with this very, very thick layer of fur on the outside. In this sort of like, almost like strange rippled pattern of whites and greys. But it's very warm. As you put these cloaks on, it is exceptionally warm. Really, really comfortable. And also the other thing that's that Yara would actually shout you is snowshoes to go over the top of your existing shoes. Essentially like a leather strap with some antler, carved antlers to form these like grips to help you dig into the ice. And she actually shouts you each a pair of those. They're not too expensive. She's happy to shout those for you. On the proviso that she gets them back at the end.
Sure.
Yeah. Cool. We're not going to need them anymore.
We don't need them.
Yeah, we don't need them after this, so it's all good.
We'll see.
More
Lilly,
than 20 episodes?
what things did you want to get?
I've sent you a message. on
Oh boy. Is this something you don't want to share with the group?
Only because I think it's going to be very funny when I put it together while we're on the snow skipper.
Okay.
You're going to blow up the snow skipper? Magnesium?
Okay. Lilly, this is going to cost you maybe 2 gold for all this stuff. Including, hello?
How many silver pieces make up a gold piece and how many copper pieces make up a silver piece?
10 and 10. We're going to decimalize it like it is for D&D.
Oh, okay, good. Perfect. Because I have really odd amounts written here. I have like 18 silver, 21 copper, and 1 gold
18
in
silver.
my inventory.
18 silver is almost enough by itself. So you just need 20 silver pieces in that case.
Okay. So
Just
then
haggle.
18 silver and 20 copper.
Would do you nicely.
Perfect.
Cross that off. You can get all those things, including a pack of rendered seaweed as well.
Perfect.
Sweet. What is she making? She's making a
see.
stink bomb. Ted and Jedd, I think for tonight, as Jedd, should we finish on you opening up the scroll? Would you do that out in the open, or would you do that like maybe when you reconvene back at
Privately, yeah.
I was gonna say maybe when you reconvene back at the tap house. In the background, you can hear Keeko and co chatting away happily about macro and micronutrients as they squeeze the kelp buds for their oil. Keeko, you have a great time. Ko's a very keen conversationalist when it comes to this sort of stuff. A little bit more awkward at other times. Hard to kind of get a lot of things out of him when he's not in that mode, but very happy to talk about that stuff.
Any
Trying to get the conversation going, but then it just randomly stops. I'm like, okay. Crunch.
Sparks are flying. They are.
Yeah.
What was your question? Actually, already sparks flying.
I said
Well,
already sparks flying.
that's up to Keeko.
Keeko?
My question would be like, do I find this relaxing? Like, would I find this like fatigue reducing? Like what I'm doing right now, just enjoy this time, chill out.
I smell what you're stepping in. It is. Let's let a dice decide. Could I please get you to rely on your skills and training to use your strength to try and press the kelp buds for their oil. Let's see how well you do. So this will be the moment.
Training.
If you do very well, yes, it is relaxing. If you do not, no, this is tough work and you struggle through it. I'll wait for that to come through, but I'm assuming it's a very good one if you're that happy.
Imagine he starts feeling insecure.
9, success with
Because he's
consequences.
not doing well.
My little hand can't pop these kelp.
Yeah,
I'm
Keeko.
not manly like I thought I was.
Keeko, your little hand alone can't pop this, but 2 hands together, perfect. And the other thing that happens as well, right? For the first couple, you are kind of struggling a bit, and then Ko, sort of seeing your technique, comes behind you, places his massive fucking shovel hands over yours, and then helps like guide you to quickly squeeze out the oil more efficiently.
Does he?
Patrick Swayze ghosts you. Yeah, he ghosts you. Yeah, he ghosts you.
I was like, does that happen? I'm like, oh, what was his name?
Keeko, let me show you how to do it. As he reaches around you and like.
It's okay. Oh, like that.
as you nestle into his lovely biceps. Jedd and Ted and Lilly and Tilla. As you guys all sit down, having purchased the things that you need, sitting on the floor underneath your seat, Jedd, you slowly begin to unravel the scroll. It's not a bending scroll. As you open it up, there are no familiar shapes, figures moving around, pushing and pulling the air, but there are drawings accompanied by this very flowing text. In fact, the text itself forms part of the images at points. The words leaving the carefully structured lines and paragraphs and beginning to swirl in, joining these swirling patterns of images. Yeah. It looks at first like it's poetry. As you read the lines along, you can see that it is this very flowery, flowing description of what seems to be a love affair between 2 monks, one from the north and one from the east. As you follow along the passage, it talks about the winds that guided them to each other, helped them find one another when they were traveling. And they began to rely on these guiding winds to help them when they were separated. They had a child together, a young girl who grew up with her father, then with her mother, switching between, because they could not share their love. Air nomads were not supposed to bring up their own children, but these two decided to fight against the movement, the rules of their time. Their love was so strong. But they were found out when their girl was only but a young child, maybe 6, maybe 7. Hard to say. You're relying on the pictures and the proportions to kind of tell you how old she is. The air nomads discovered their betrayal of their ideals and banished them. Separated the daughter from her parents, put her through the monastery in the air temple. The story then follows the young child, how she grew up to be a powerful well-respected member of the temple, rose up through the ranks, showing exemplary knowledge, passion, and wisdom. People flocked to her, listened to her words, found her insight second to none. And in homage to her parents, she called her teachings under the banner of the guiding winds. 6 of her disciples were given fragments, parts of a map with a story inscribed on one side, to go out, keep these hidden. And it ends. The poem ends abruptly. As you hold this aloft, Lilly and Tilla, you're sitting on the other side of the table. Ted and Jedd are sort of, I imagine, sitting next to each other, staring down at this scroll with great interest, great intrigue. Lilly and Tilla, you can see on the back, faintly shining through the paper, a map on the other side of the page. And that is where we are going to end for tonight. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for Avatar Legends.
The cliffhanger.
I love to do a cliffhanger.
They always are.
I always love to do a cliffhanger. And obviously the Guiding Wind are a very big part of the Embers of War campaign. And as if I am not going to be including some stuff on the Guiding Wind in this prequel. Come on. As if I'm not going to be having some fun with them. So thank you so much for joining us, everybody. It has been wonderful sharing our time together, sharing it with you guys. We will be back next Thursday. You will see us. For those of you watching us on Twitch, don't go anywhere. We are going to go and raid one of our lovely friends of the channel. Let's see who's on tonight. I think normally, who do we normally raid on a Thursday? No, none of our
Corsair's
usual.
Cove?
Yeah, doesn't look like Corsair's Cove are on tonight. Oh, they are too. There they are. They've just started. Perfect timing. We'll go and raid Corsair's Cove. We love Corsair's Cove. We'll go and check in with Josh the Pirate. For those of you listening on the podcast or watching on YouTube, you know how the algorithm works. You got to hit those buttons, like, comment, subscribe. That algorithm, it's a tricky beast to manage, but using your powers of algorithm bending, you too can bend it to your will like the 4 elements and force it to obey your commands. And you do that through likes, comments, and subscribes. That's so lame. I'm so sorry. So, in spite of that, you should do it anyway. Thank you so much, everybody. Stay safe, stay well, and we will see you so soon. But until then, farewell, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.